Well, Alex, YouTube decided to throw a couple of curveballs our way.
Yeah, among the 24 other ones they've thrown over the last year.
Yeah. Funniest thing about that, because, we're guys that are actually, doing everything that YouTube asks, and yet we're the ones that have to pay the penalty for those who don't.
Yep. It's the classic bullshit of punish the many for the few.
Well, in this case, it's punish the big guys or punish the little guy because the big guy did something stupid.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, we got some bad news. In case you guys didn't get the news, YouTube has changed their partnership program, and it actually kind of affects us dearly. In the fact that I'm not saying that we were earning a lot of money. We're a fairly small channel, but the fact is that since they changed their policy, and that immediately kicks us out of the partner program, and they actually put expectations that in some cases we meet and in some cases we really don't. And it would take us a while to get to those numbers. YouTube has kind of forced our hands to some extent. So unfortunately, we're kind of here today to let you guys know of a few announcements that are probably going to happen for the channel from here on in. First of all, I want to make a couple of things clear. First things first, we love our YouTube audience.
Yes, okay? We do.
We love you guys dearly.
We could not have gotten this far without you guys.
No. And so a lot of these decisions were not made lightly, and they were made in the idea that we still loved you guys and we still wanted to be able to provide for you guys. But the other part of this also is we're kind of fed up with what YouTube is doing.
Yeah.
I mean, we're just a measly little Let's Play channel, but that's not entirely what we want to do. I mean, this is basically kind of a side project for us. We wanted to work on our individual channels, but also come together and be able to provide some good content for you guys and be able to branch out into that stuff. Kind of like with the Grumps, how, Aaron still keeps his Ego Raptor channel, still does some animation there. And you also still have Ninja Sex Party. You're still doing anime reviews. I'm still doing my content. This is just something that we can come together for. But to say that we didn't want to eventually get some kind of earning off of this, because it's what we love doing, would be lying.
Yeah.
I mean, we wanted to be able to get that going so that we could do more for you guys, because with that amount of money, we could do a lot more. So unfortunately, because of YouTube's recent decisions, we have some sad announcements to make. First of all, this is probably the lightest announcement, but I'm going to point this out. Like, we are very proud of our consistency. Yes. Over the channel. We have numerous Let's Plays that you guys can watch that we've been able to get you guys in a very consistent manner. But in some cases, to be able to make that work, we've had to, kill ourselves, run ourselves into the ground to be able to make that work. And frankly, if YouTube is taking this approach, we can't necessarily consider doing that anymore because, well, I've got another kid on the way, which means I now need to focus on, stuff that's actually going to make me money. So that creates a problem. You have a job,
yes,
which you can't miss. So like if we run you into the ground in Drak and Shadow, we can't, that means we can't record, but you're also not earning money.
Yeah.
So at that point, what we're basically going to do with the schedule is we're still going to maintain the consistency, but if there just so happens to not be a part of, like if you're waiting for the next part of Xenogears or Super Mario World or
Pokemon.
Pokemon's upcoming. If you don't see one, it's not because we hate you. It's because we really couldn't make a recording session work that week. And we had to prioritize life over side projects kind of thing. And as much as we love doing what we're doing, we now need to actually prioritize that. Mm-hmm. So that's the sad reality here. So again, we love you guys, but that's the way it is. Second thing that we need to get into, and we were hoping to be able to do this last Saturday.
Yeah.
When we actually did our monthly Q&A, which we do live. People who have watched that before just know it's usually us just getting on and talking to you guys and talking to fellow content creators, whatnot. Unfortunately, the audience has not, it was there the first couple of times we did it, and then it just started to slowly kind of die off.
Yeah.
And you and me have actually been working for the last couple of months to try and figure out, like, how do we bring this back up? How do we make it work? Because we like doing it, but it needs to be worthwhile for us to take the time, kind of thing. And so we've actually decided to make a bit of a change to it. We usually did it over Google Hangouts, and then that way we didn't have to worry about getting to somewhere and all that.
Yeah.
But now we're actually going to be doing the Q&A basically in the new setup. So on the couch, we're going to be doing it live, and we're going to be live streaming gameplay with you guys.
Yeah, we're finally going to get some gameplay.
We're going to be doing some live streaming, and we're going to be doing some Q&A with you guys, which means like we're going to be playing some games, but we're also going to be picking games where we can, because we want the focus here to be the Q&A.
Yeah.
So at that point, if we're doing gameplay, we want to have stuff that is open enough that we can still answer questions while we're playing it. Kind of like how I just recently did a live stream of Project Octopath Traveler. Just because there's occasionally dialogue, sure, but then there's a lot of moments where you can still have dialogue in the chat room and stuff like that. So we're planning on doing that. And so the minor changes that we're doing is we're going to be adding gameplay, and it's still going to be at the end of the month, but we also have to add an unfortunate new part of that, is that it may or may not be on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm thinking right now YouTube will still be a viable option, and YouTube will eventually get the streams that we do. Like, we will find a way to be able to put that up because we're going to record it separately. But the other thing is that we're also going to be looking to expand our audience. As much as we love the YouTube community, it's growing very slowly.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, we need to look into other mediums to see if maybe we can get earnings there or get new eyes on the product. And so the first thing that we're going to do is we're probably going to be doing a lot of these Q&As via Twitch and via some of the new video formats that are coming out very soon. Right now, we're looking into Twitch. We're looking into Facebook Watch and what's the other one? Mixer, I think, which is another live streaming one for gamers. And just we're going to experiment with them and do live streams with them and get eyes on the new product. But occasionally we will come back to YouTube and record here. Again, we're not doing this maliciously to hurt you guys, but we have to consider the fact that, you know, we do work hard on this, and we do eventually want to earn something off of it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we can't keep the wheels going, because at that point we have to prioritize our other projects. And here's the thing, like you're getting more active on your channel. So we actually could get to a point where our individual channels are so busy and, you know, we're actually able to get something off of them that Drak and Shadow is not worth it.
Yeah.
To do that. I hope that never comes to that. But in the meantime, if people, let's just say for the sake of argument, if you know, we don't have a video up that week, there's like 40 other Let's Plays that you guys can go try out for the first time.
Yeah, there's plenty of content there.
Yeah, exactly. So at that point, and then with the live streams, if you feel like you're going to miss out because you can't make it during the time that we're going to do it, and I think we're looking at like Saturday in the early afternoon, just to try those out, and maybe we'll even experiment with the time on those. If you're afraid you can't make it, don't worry, because like the next day or two, we're gonna put up the stream on YouTube.
Yeah. So
you guys can check out and have fun with us. And from what I understand, with Twitch making new policy changes, that's going to be a lot easier to do. Here's the big one that I have a feeling some people are going to like and some people aren't.
Mm-hmm.
Again, you need to be able to grease the wheels. You need to be able to make sure that the effort can still keep moving. And YouTube has said no. So our response is, and it'll be up in the next few days on our cover page for our YouTube channel, you might notice that there's going to be a brand spanking new logo on there, and that is Patreon. So we are begrudgingly adding a Patreon to the channel. Now, are we going to add big goals or individual Let's Plays or multi-tiered kind of things? No. We've talked about it.
Yeah.
And here's what we feel comfortable about doing. Because we love you guys, and we don't want to make this so that you have to come and support us, and that's the only way that it's going to work.
We're not going to guilt you.
No, that's not the intention at all. But here's what we're actually going to say on the matter. There are only going to be 2 tiers on this. I was hoping to make one-time payments work, and you can kind of, but not really. They really do like doing the tiers to some extent on Patreon. So there's going to be 2 tiers, and you can back out at any given moment. The first one is going to be $1, and this is going to be the one you guys will hear about. Bottom line, because the way that we see it is that if you guys like our stuff and you want to support our channel and our content, first of all, consider subscribing. if you haven't already.
Yeah.
Because that helps us out. That gets us to the 1,000 subscribers mark that the partner program now allows, so that we can get evaluated. Because the way that I understand it is, like, it doesn't matter that you hit the bare minimum. You have to get evaluated by YouTube now before you get the partner program. So at that point, if you want to support us, first of all, subscribe, like the comment or leave comments in the comment section so that we can talk to you, because we like to be able to do that. But also consider donating $1. $1 helps a ton, guys, because then we can put that aside and actually put it towards other projects that we want to do.
Yep.
We can put it towards, going to see a specific movie that you guys would like. We can put that towards a lot of other things. And right now we're running on our own money. And that's kind of hurting things. And if we seem like sellouts, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. But the bottom line is, and John Tron said it perfectly. I can't even believe I'm quoting John Tron. But sometimes you have to afford things like food.
Yes.
And you have to afford a house and clothes. And in my case, diapers and baby food and all that stuff. So if you like what you see, if you want to support the channel and you're already subscribed and liked and all that, please consider donating $1. The second tier is $5. If you really feel like you want to do that, maybe what we'll do is, if we get enough of you guys, we'll do like a special thanks banner on at the end of Let's Plays and just name those guys. But we're really not advertising the $5, because $1 is more than enough. That's what we feel comfortable doing. You just at bare minimum have to have 2 tiers. So at the bare minimum, consider $1. If you really want to do 5, I'm not going to stop you. Obviously, we're not going to stop you. That helps us out a great deal.
We'd be glad, but all we're asking for is $1.
Yeah, and at that point, maybe if we get enough of you guys, we'll start doing a special thanks at the end of each video.
Probably even
for you guys.
Probably even consider some exclusive awards, but we'll get that when we cross it.
Exactly. Maybe you guys will get exclusive Q&As or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
We haven't really worked.
Maybe we'll chat with you on Discord one-on-one.
Exactly. So speaking of Discord, that's the other thing that's going to be happening. So we're already going to be experimenting with Twitch and with Mixer and Facebook Watch and all that stuff. The other thing too that's going to be happening is there's kind of 2 announcements for this. First of all, we are looking into getting our own Discord server for our community. And this community is not just for Drak and Shadow. It's actually going to be kind of a banner thing, because we don't want to have multiple servers and manage those, where it's going to involve Drak and Shadow, our individual channels, Geek News, Run of the Ropes podcast will be involved in there, the Why We Geek podcast, all that stuff. We may even work out with some other YouTubers on how to get them going on it too. But really what we're trying to do is we're trying to foster our own community and be able to give you guys a place to go and hang out and relax.
Yep.
Kind of thing. And in some cases, it's one of those things where I like that we have a bunch of YouTubers now trying to help each other out via Discord, via Twitter, and we'll probably even add some stuff in that server so you guys can do that there too. And we can give you guys some feedback. I'm going to try and make it a personal goal to try and go onto some of these Discord servers and give some proper feedback to fellow YouTubers in hopes that I'll get some too. So that's going to be happening, and I can't tell you when, just because I'm working out the details, making sure I don't have to pay too much to get the Discord server, but it's going to be kind of a banner one. We'll probably even get Brinton's stuff, your stuff, and Romney's stuff involved. Maybe that'll be like our debut place where like, if you guys want to see the video first, you got to go there. We'll private it or whatever. The other thing too is we're also going to be working hard to make a hub website. A lot of people have asked over the years, why don't you guys have a website completely devoted to putting your Let's Plays up and all that? And we didn't have to worry about it because we had YouTube.
Yeah.
But now, screw YouTube. We actually want to keep you guys there as little as possible. So actually, I've been working on my own website that I wanted to do as kind of a hub for all of this stuff, kind of like the Discord server, and be able to highlight your stuff when you have stuff available and be able to get those going together. So I know it's not us becoming an MCN, but I hope that'll do. And then you guys can just go to that website and see when stuff gets updated. And we'll even have like a little bit of a blogger section where you guys can ask us questions, or we can just talk to you guys about what's going on in our lives, kind of thing. But basically what we're trying to do here is like, we're trying to make this worthwhile so that we can still do our jobs. We can still do parenting and all that, but also be able to get some kind of reward out of it. Because I know that a lot of people want to be all benevolent on YouTube and say, we don't need your stinking rewards. We just do this because we love it. And we do too.
We do.
But the bottom line is that we also need to be able to put food on the table. We need to, occasionally your uniforms at work rip and you have to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to make sure that we have the money to be able to do that. And, I'll be honest in saying, like, the ultimate goal here is that we do well enough at this stuff that we can quit our day jobs and we can do this full time.
Yeah.
That would be amazing, wouldn't it?
That would be incredible.
So at that point, that's really why we're doing all of this stuff. And if you really want to call us sellouts, if you really want to say that, we're only doing it for the money or whatever, good on you. But I honestly don't think this community would work for you in the first place. Okay, because that's not why we're doing it. I'm not trying to contend with you. I'm just saying, like, this is the bottom line. We're only doing this because this is what we want to do for a living.
Yeah.
So at that point, we were going to do this at the last Q&A, but unfortunately we didn't get too many people. We hope you guys can understand kind of our point of view on the matter. And if you guys have feedback on the matter, please leave it in the comments below. We will definitely talk with you guys and see what we can figure out. And also, obviously, when we get the Discord stuff up and running, we'll give you guys the address and the invites and all that. So, keep the discussion going. If you guys even have additional stuff that we can look into, we'd be more than happy to give it that the time of the day. So some people have already asked, like, what are we going to do to get ourselves quickly to 1,000 subs? And we've kind of bounced this back and forth. I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you guys can let us know in the comments whether or not you like it. I just thought about doing like a multi-tiered kind of approach. So we were already talking about like the next goal being like 250, 200. Let's just make tiers the entire time. And every time we hit a tier, we do a dedicated Let's Play.
Yeah.
And even then we'll take new suggestions for you guys. So I would say like no more than 3, because again, I don't want to make this like 200, 300, 400. That would get way too complicated. But I think if we do 250, 500, and then 1,000, that'll work. And we could still add milestones after that. So what do you think, Alex?
Yeah, I think that'll work.
Let's do that. Maybe even add in a 750 in there. So that works too. But every time we hit one of these milestones, you'll get the usual thank you video, but you'll also get a poll or you'll get the thank you video where you can put brand new suggestions in, and then we'll do polls to see what you guys want as the next dedicated Let's Play for the fans.
Yep.
Kind of thing. Yep. There you go. And I think that's pretty much all the announcements we have. So thank you guys so much for sitting back and being so patient with us. We've been trying to make this work for so many years, and now, unfortunately, we're faced with even more problems to overcome. But we're thankful that we still have you guys to rely on. We're thankful that you guys have stuck with us as long as you have, and we love you guys. And of course, we'll be back for the next Let's Play, vlog, or whatever the hell we're doing.